Hello and welcome to the Secret Wealth Project. I'm Matt. Hope you're doing all right. So today is day 2 of Online Arbitrage week on the Secret Wealth Project. Okay, so basically this week is all about just online arbitrage, and I'm just going to be sharing tips, hints, tricks, thoughts with you on the channel about online arbitrage this week. So today I'm going to go into Keepa. Now, for you absolute beginners that don't know what Keepa is, I'll go into it before I cover a few of its things for the bit more intermediate, advanced people. So just for you beginners, Keepa is basically a free Chrome extension that you can put onto your Google Chrome browser. Again, it's all free. Google Chrome's free, Keepa's free. And it's basically a way for you to have a look at the historical sales, price, and competition data of any particular product on Amazon. Now this, I always recommend, is the absolute essential tool for online arbitrage. Things like FBA Wizard, things like Tactical Arbitrage, and things like the other kind of software and bits and bobs you can get for online arbitrage are optional. Hey, don't get me wrong, they speed things up no end and they're amazing, amazing tools, but this is the only essential tool, and it happens to be pretty much the only free one, which is amazing. So let me just tell you how Keepa works. So, and obviously you advanced guys will pick something up maybe, or I've got to go over this stuff anyway just to make sure you all understand. But even the advanced guys should look at this, because sometimes you don't realize some things, and just having a more in-depth look at Keepa in the next small video will be well worth your time, effort. Okay, so as you've got here, you've got price history over time. Okay, so a lot of this stuff you'll already know if you're advanced, obviously, but this is just a general overview video / kind of a bit more advanced for some people. So anyway, I'm just going to carry on. So this one here, this little ticky box, look, shows you Amazon and Amazon off. So this is Amazon's prices. The orange is basically Amazon. So it shows you, look, along the bottom is the dates, and up the side is the price. So this particular product, which is a Barbie doll, I like to use Barbie for my examples. This shows you what price that Amazon was selling on at any particular day. So if I untick these, so we've got no other data, we've just got Amazon on there. So what you can see is you can go back to March the 1st here, look, and it tells you the price, £19.49, which you can see is roughly like around there. So that's what they were selling for on March the 1st. And then the price drops here, and this shows you. Again, Keepa shows you historically what these prices have been. Now, if you don't understand the online arbitrage business model, then this will just be like, what? But for you that do, you'll understand how important this is. Here we go, look, we've seen a massive price drop there. This would be a good time to buy this product if you're in the market for Barbie things, because it's as cheap as it's ever been. Then it jumps back up, but you can see over time, Amazon, I always thought Amazon was just like this was the price. But in reality, Amazon is a very, very fluid marketplace, and the prices are changing constantly. Which is probably why you don't get 99, you know, like $10.99, $9.99, $29, $21.99, $24.99. You don't get none of that really much on Amazon. Very much the prices are kind of all over the place. So yeah, here's where you can track the price that Amazon has charged over time. So let me take that one off and show you the new. So this is how you can track the new seller's price over time. So it's worth me adding at this point that this is just the new seller price, but it doesn't always include the postage and packing. So for example, if this is a merchant fulfilled seller that's dispatching themselves and not FBA, then this price may not include postage and packing. So it's something to bear in mind. This can only be used as an indication. To a certain extent, you might have to do some guesstimates, depending on competition and stuff. That's a little bit more advanced than this video is kind of meant for, but as you can see, price over time. So the time, March the 1st, look, March the 1st is here. The price was £17.90. But on April the 7th, it was £12.50. And then later, it was only £11.99 on the 2nd of May. So the price has gone from 21.34 there to 11.99. In fact, it's dropped below. Like you can see some of these spikes. Look, not quite sure what happened here, but you know, it's showing £3.65 and stuff, £3.89. You know, so potentially, if you was in the market, you could be looking for this kind of thing. So yeah, that's the price over time. This is the used price. So as online arbitragers that are buying new stock, we typically ignore this used price altogether. It is worth knowing it's there, and it can sometimes come into buying decisions or whatever, but not usually. Usually I prefer to ignore it. I would just look at these two. These are the important ones. So I take them off. Sales rank. That was really interesting. We did a bit of a coaching call recently, and the lady we did the call with, I won't mention her name because she might not want mentioning, but I mean, she laughed about it a lot, but she was like, I've been looking at your Keepa graph videos, Matt, and I have not found this green line anywhere. So anyway, first thing we did was screen shared with her and said, just tick that little box there, and lo and behold, there's the sales rank. So if you don't know what sales rank is, basically every product on Amazon is assigned a sales rank. So if a product within a category, and the category dependent, so if a product within a category is one sales rank, it's going to be selling really crazy quick. If a sales rank is 1 million, it's not going to be selling very well at all, probably. You know that. So basically, the lower the number, sales rank, the better. Now, Keepa is amazing because it tracks sales rank over time, and that's what this green squiggly line is. Now, when you're doing buy decisions, you're going to want to make sure this squiggly line is nice and squiggly. What you don't want to see is you don't want to see a green line that's doing what my pointer's doing now, going upwards. That means nobody's bought it in forever. You don't want to see an increasing trend on your sales rank line. This means this is a very healthy seller. Okay, here it got real healthy. Look at this. This is one of the best selling toys in its category. You know, anything that's in the top few hundred is selling like hotcakes. You know, but even when it's a slow seller, like when it's slower selling, 7,900, it's still a good seller. So that's what this green line can tell you, this best sellers rank. Now, there's a lot more to think about with this green line, and it tells you loads more data than I'm going into right here. But I'm just going to tell you kind of what these things mean, first of all. List price, ignore it. A lot of this changes all the time. Buy box, now this is interesting. So third-party buy box price, it's tracking that. And then these things can be ignored. So the ones you're interested in as an online arbitrage seller is Amazon new. You're not interested in used and sales rank. That's it. That's all I would look at. Obviously, you might want to look at things like that one as well. But this, having this means you can pretty much do your due diligence in a very good way. And when you combine it with the next part, which I'm going to go into now, it's unreal. So ignoring the top bit for a minute, we're going to look at this bit. Okay, so that's used off account, the black one. I'm going to take that off. So the one you're interested in here is new off account. So this, it basically means how many people have got this for sale on Amazon. That's pinging all the time. How many people have got this for sale on Amazon at any one time? So people that have gotten this for sale as a new item on March the 6th, there was 21. Okay, so then some people sell out and say on March the 17th, there's only 14. So a lot of people have sold out. And then here, at some point, we get a lot of sellers coming to stock, like a lot of sellers. Now, I don't know about this product because I've not seen it or anything, but my guess is maybe Tesco did some 3 for 2 or Argos put some sale on or something like that. So people have just gone crazy for it. And this is basically competition. So as you can see, at this point, there's very few sellers. And at this point, there's a lot of sellers. Usually, you can combine this with price data to show you a really good picture of something. So we'll get rid of Amazon for now. Okay, so what usually happens is as the price is high, the sellers are usually low, and vice versa. So what happens is usually an increase in sellers will have a downward pressure on prices, and that's what you can see from this graph. So here we've got very few sellers relatively, and the price is 14.83. Then the prices spike up to this point, and as you can see, the price is now more like 11.99. So it's gone from 14.83 to losing almost £3 the price of the product to 11.99. So this data and this data very much works together to give you a really good picture. And again, I won't go too in depth into it right now because I want to show you some other features. So let's just put this stuff on. Like, this is probably how I would have this set up. Now, what's interesting is, and we only found this out the other day, well, I think Ollie knew, but I didn't know this, is you could have this set the wrong way. This could be ruining all your buy decisions. Look at this. You can have your sales rank set that way or that way. So it's the same data plotted in a different way. So the 0 here, 10,000 there, look. And if you click it, the 0's here and the 10,000's there. So the difference between that is how I have it set up as standard, and most sellers do, I believe, is the lower this green line is, the better it's selling. If you've got it like this, the higher the green line is, the better it's selling. But it makes total sense to have it this way, and I would advise this way. But if you're getting like skewed data or you're struggling, you never know if it could be something as silly as that. So it's worth just checking that you've got the arrow pointing downwards on that little thing. Now, something else I want to show you, really ultra important, is you can zoom into range here. So a day is not going to help you with online arbitrage. It's just not. A week is unlikely to give you enough data, like data points, to make a difference. Now, the ones we're likely to be interested in is month, 3 months, and all. Okay. So with, say, all, you can look for seasonality. So you can see if a product's approaching summer or Halloween or something, that might be a reason for its sales, or maybe it's a Christmas product. So with all, you can see that. Usually there's a yearly on here. I don't know if they've changed it or if it's this particular product or what, but I'm not going to jump around products. I'm going to stay on this one. But yeah, this is really interesting. So what you're looking to see is, really you want to see whatever decision you're trying to make when you're making a purchasing decision, whatever that is, it needs to be based around, I would say, 3 months worth of data. So 1 month, it gives you a certain picture of certain circumstances, but it's not enough, and the day and week isn't either. But the 3 months, this is the minimum time frame you need to be looking at on your Keepa graph. This tells you lots about recent sales history and prices. But all or yearly is also very useful. So what I will often do is I'll have a look at 3 months and then I'll skip to all. Now, this video is not meant to be specifically about analyzing the deal, so I'm not going to go into the analysis of the deal right now, but I will say that this is a feature of Keepa that you definitely want to use when you are analyzing a deal. Now, I'll go on one extent further than that. Let's say there's a certain period of time you're really interested in. For example, here, this December period here. Let's say I was very interested in last year's Q4 sales data because I was considering buying a large quantity of this stock before the next Q4. What I can do, and not many people know about this, believe it or not, is you can literally click on the Keepa graph and you can drag, and it will not just go to like a weekly, monthly, 3 month or all view. It will literally zoom into whatever you want to have a look at. So I'm going to go from about November the 1st, look, boom. And now that's November the 1st up to the period that I specified, which is awesome. And then obviously you can do anything. You can go as close as you want. If I wanted, I don't know, if I wanted that much, it's there. So this is a great way to zoom into specific points. So say this was a seasonal product and I was really very interested in just how it was going into summer. I could literally go back to, say, last year's, choose the summer dates and just, do that. I'm not saying they're summer dates. In fact, they're not far off the summer dates, to be fair. So that's a nice little thing. So these are some, I'm not saying they're hidden features, but they're interesting features that you might want to take a look at. So another thing with Keepa, the only other thing I'm going to mention on this, and I should say, if you don't have this up, because a lot of people don't have this out of the box, and this is really important, you want to click that. So that is how to get that up, okay? Click that one. So the only other thing that I'm going to talk about for Keepa right now and how to use Keepa is the statistics. This is a beautiful thing. So as you can see in the left-hand column, you've got lowest price, current price, highest price, average price, and drops on Amazon, all listed there for you. You've got the same with new and used and sales rank. So ignoring used for now, you can see the new price, the lowest new price it was ever listed at was £3.65. Now you've got to remember that's not forced to include postage and packing. It almost certainly doesn't include postage and packing. So if I was looking to use that data and I was trying to trust that data, one, I wouldn't trust it because you've got to make certain assumptions. But if I was, I would look at the sellers and what their typical postage and packing prices was. So I'd look at the low sellers. Sometimes it might say like £4.95 postage and packing. Now you are having to make assumptions to do the judgment like that. But what you could then do is say, well, £3.65 was the new price plus the £4.95, and then you've got kind of a lowest price that it was listed at. So to a certain extent, you've got to take this stuff with a pinch of salt, but not totally. It's a really good little indicator. So you can see that what the highest prices were, what the average prices were, and that can really help you when it comes to analysing a deal or doing your due diligence. So that's it really, guys. I just wanted to show you these things. For some of you, that will be very, very basic video. For probably most of you, there might be one or two bits and bobs in there that you didn't realise. So hopefully it's helped in that way. And for you guys that are beginners and kind of intermediates, hopefully that really, really helped, because that would just have blown you away. Or it'll have ultra confused you and you'll just be like, what was he talking about? So I hope you enjoyed the video anyway. Please give me a thumbs up. This was day 2 of the Online Arbitrage week on Secret Wealth Project. The only other things I'm left to say is if you want to do a free video course, then there's one on the channel. You can go to secretwealthproject.com to find it. Or I've got a live training course coming up. It happens to be on June the 20th in the UK, 2017. I may put future dates on if this one goes well, or might not. This might be a one-time only thing. But if you're interested in learning this business model inside and out, it's not quickly like I just did, but like literally kind of step by step, everything. If you want to learn the whole thing, then you should be on that course. I'm going to link it down below in the description, a link for you to go and read about it if you're interested. But other than that, all that's left for me to say is thanks for watching. Please give me a thumbs up. If you enjoyed the video, click subscribe. Comment down below if you've got any questions. I always love to read your comments. And thanks for watching, guys. This has been the Secret Wealth Project. I'm Matt. I'll speak to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.